Well, first of all, I should probably say the couple who are the missionaries in Wales are Ryan and Angela McCullough. They invited this team of us from True Hope to come and work with them in the country. Wales is a country that needs a lot of help. It's a dark country spiritually. There's a lot of satanic worship, a lot of New Age philosophies, and the churches are struggling. And so Ryan and Angela have this ministry where they are helping to revive churches.
This couple was having ministry not only with churches that were of the Pentecostal stripe, that is who they are, but they had relationships with the vicar of the Anglican church in that area, a 30-something-year-old guy named Mark Broadway, and they knew his ministry. We went and visited them and him. We laid hands on him, which was probably the first time that had ever happened in his life. But this Anglican really loves the Lord and is just fired up the people. and then you think, there's Baptists and Anglicans and Pentecostals, and then the last night we went and visited the Baptist church there just because it was across the street from our hotel, and they were having Sunday night services at the Baptist church. So 3 of us guys went over and sat through that thing, and at the end they offered us the microphone and said, come up, tell us what you're doing here. And so we shared with the Baptists what we were doing with the Pentecostals, and it was just such a neat experience that way. It's about the people.
Well, we were doing some street witnessing and sharing in one of the towns, and a young lady with her son came walking down, and my wife handed her one of the pamphlets, and her name was Allison. And in the course of asking her if she attended a church and stuff, she indicated that she did when she was a little girl, but had not been back to church in years and had no desire to go back to church. So as we got into the conversation with Allison, the Spirit just led us to ask the question, who in the church hurt you? And she broke down crying and weeping. And I sensed that she was hurt deeply, extremely deeply, in her walk with Christ at some point by Christians, and therefore stopped going to church. Well, while she was weeping, we prayed for her. She allowed us to pray for her and her son, and just shared the gospel with her and told her of the opportunity she had in the community she was living. Then Gail, the pastor of the church there that we were working with, came walking up, and they made a connection. And the young lady lives very close to the church. So Gail was going to continue to do some follow-up with her, and she was open to that. So she went from not wanting anything to do with church to opening up and breaking down on the street to opening her heart and considering to going back.
The hardest part for me going into it was we got a schedule before we left, and on one of the days it was street evangelism. I was like, oh, I don't know about that. I was really quite nervous. We just started, well, the first place we went was a little mom and pop grocery store, little market, and just started talking with them actually about the cabbage they were selling, nothing I'd ever seen before, and they were just explaining about their market, how it started. And they aren't believers, they don't go to church, but they were very open to talk about why and about their lives. It was very easy. And then we went on and talked to many other people. One man that we spoke with was talking to us and very open, and then he went away and did some shopping, came back, and he flagged Rick down. He wanted to finish talking about what he talked about before. And so it was all very not scary. I was really pleased that it was something that isn't out of the realm of possibility for me.